Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. What I want to talk about is how we look at life and our attitude on life. And I know many people question, why do I do what I do, and all kinds of stuff like that. But the important thing is you need to question yourself. Why do you do what you do? And now I want you, first, last year, 2014, I lost two of my closest friends. My closest, the longest. These were friends. My old, I've known them a long time, very close. One was in their mid-40s, and one was my age, and we would talk to each other about anything, and all we did is shared what we know, because we were all from three complete different worlds, and but we would share what we did and explain why we would we're doing that. Now, the one thing we all had in common was we all lived by our morals. We really did everything that we did in our lives, not only in business, but with our families and all this stuff. These are all things we really truly believe. Now those two were one was a pastor, and I didn't even know he was a pastor. For years and years, I didn't even know. We would just sit down and talk about all kinds of weird stuff. I didn't realize he was a pastor, because he had another job too, another business. And like I say, so we talked business a lot. We didn't really talk spiritual stuff. But we did talk on morals. And then, and the other one was, he had a job, plus he had his own business. And like I say, so we talked a lot. And now, one of them was more my age. He found out about 2 years before he died. He found out he had cancer, and it was a bad cancer, and all kinds of stuff, and so they were treating on him and all this kind of stuff. And we sat down and we talked a lot. I mean, you hear about when you're taking chemo, you lose hair. And so, we talked about all that, but he said the wildest thing was you lose the hair in your nose. So then when your nose is running, you don't have the hair to catch anything. So he'd all the time have his nose running. And but that was one of the things, we talk a lot about all kinds of stuff. And then, now the other one, the younger one, he lost his son, like less than 2 years old, and it was hard for him to deal with, like it would be for anybody to lose his son. And that made it so he couldn't sleep good, and just more problems. And he had two others, another son and a daughter. And but he was never the same. So it was tough on him. Now he knew. He found out he had a thing going on in his heart. Probably about 4 years, 3 or 4 years. And so before he died, he found out about it. And they were talking about all the different things they could do to fix it, or if they could fix it and the chances of fixing it, you know, I mean. So he thought that his life was going to be limited to a certain time. And like I say, my other friend, he knew his life was going to be limited at a certain time. Both of them made decisions and did things that they normally wouldn't do until they found out about these health issues. Now, I talk about, for me, I live each day like it's my last day. And anybody that knows me, you can see it. And like I say, I have nothing. There's my car. You know, so what I have, nobody wants. I've already given everything. I went through all this maybe 15 years ago. I had my kids get what they wanted. I liquidated everything. You know, we got all this stuff all taken care of. So I've already, and at that time, even my kids said, "Boy, Dad, are you dying? You know, why would you do all this?" And I said, I got rid of all my cars, my trucks, and all my stuff. I thought at that time, you know, if I die right now, my wife would be stuck with all this crap. And I had guns. I had over 60 guns. And I thought, man, you know, I don't want my wife stuck with all this kind of stuff. And I stopped working. I changed careers. Maybe just stop working is the wrong way to say it, but I changed careers. Like I say, at that time, I was in the restaurant business. I was training SWAT teams. I was in counterterrorism. This is the kind of stuff. That's why I realized any day I could die. What I was doing was life-threatening, and I was asking for it. And so that's why I thought I don't want to put this burden on my wife. So that's why we liquidated and did all this stuff. And then, you know, a couple of years after that, after we figured out we didn't have anything, you know, I converted everything to gold and silver. Then that's when, you know, a couple of years later, we thought, well, what are we doing hanging around here? Kids got married and they had their own lives and stuff. So we moved down here to Central America so she could be with her mom and her dad. They were still alive and well. So this gave her a chance to be with her folks. I wanted to come down here a long time ago, but we thought it would probably be better if we stayed there in the States, give more opportunity for our kids. So, but that's what our figures was. But anyway, so at that time is when, once I liquidated everything, then really that was no more talk. I mean, before that I always talked like, yeah, I live each day like it's the last day of my life. Well, really, once I liquidated and I had nothing, I really did live my life like it was the last day of my life. And like I say, I would be traveling, and whenever I'm with people, I love being with them, whether they're friends or family or whatever. I really enjoy being with them. And then when I leave, we say goodbye as if there will not be a tomorrow. In other words, I don't leave things unsaid. If I have something to say to you, I will say it to you. And so this is the way I see it when your life is limited. And like I say, both my friends, once they realized they had problems, you could see them make changes in their lives. And it was one of the things that was funny, they wanted to give me stuff. I don't want nothing. Like I say, I want to be dying any day. They knew they were going to be dying in the next few years. They knew it. Now, I don't know it. I don't know when I'm going to die. I'm just ready to die any time. But the reason I'm making this video is what you need to do is think what it is in your life that is so important that if you were to have notice, you know, if something happened and you say, well, man, you're going to be lucky to live another month, you know, or another week, you know, or in my friend's cases, you know, in the next year or 2 years, you're going to be dead. If somebody broke that news to you and you really believed it, how would your life change? And when you think of life like that, you will see your life will become much more simpler. And that's what I talk about. I've got a very simple life. I'm a simple man, a simple life. I've got little I don't want anymore. Because I am going to die tomorrow. So you just think, what is so important? That's why every day to me is important. Every day I do something. And the videos, I'm making videos because my wife told me I have a lot to share. And I've been sharing as much as I can because of the situation I'm in. I am here. I have time. I am not wasting this time. I am not sitting around waiting to die. I'm doing something with my life. I'm sharing my life. I'm sharing what I've done in the past. I've shared what I've been doing now. And I keep trying to do more and more. I'm living each day like it's my last. What I'm saying is, don't get yourself caught up in all your crap, your television, your soap operas, your I'm on Match and you hear them talk about baggage and drama. And that's what I said on Match. I said, man, bring your baggage and drama. I'm a problem solver. Why? Why am I a problem solver? Because I don't have the time to screw around with your baggage or your drama. We come with a conclusion, fix the damn thing, and move on. Because we just may be lucky enough to have a tomorrow. And I'm going to enjoy tomorrow just as much as I enjoyed today. And when you have an attitude like that, your life will change, and change for the best. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.